I still remember the exact moment. I was folding laundry when my phone buzzed. It was a message from Anna, my daughter-in-law. 5 simple words that twisted my whole world upside down. "We don't need you here." That was it. No hello. No explanation. Just cold, typed dismissal. For years, I had been the silent pillar of their household. When rent checks came up short, it was my pension that quietly filled the gap. When the kids got sick, it was my hands that held the thermometer all night. When they bought their new house, it was my savings that covered the down payment. Signed over with a smile, because I told myself family isn't about money, it's about love. But slowly, I began to notice the fractures. Photos posted without me. Thanksgiving dinners moved to Anna's mother's house, sometimes without an invite at all. The grandkids stopped running into my arms and instead looked at Anna for silent permission. Still, I held on. I kept paying, cooking, babysitting, believing love always finds its way back. That night her words arrived like a court eviction. "This is our space. You've already stayed long enough. You can't live here anymore." No conversation, no family meeting. Just a sudden declaration that after all I had given, I was no longer welcome in the very home my retirement had built. I stared at the screen. My own son wasn't even the one to deliver the message. He let his wife do it. That silence spoke louder than any insult ever could. Homeless. After decades of making sure they always had a roof, I suddenly had none. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I simply opened the drawer in my bedside table where my documents rested. Bank accounts, house deeds, insurance records. And there it was. The property papers. With my name, not theirs. The shocking truth? Legally, the home was still mine. The family house wasn't theirs to exile me from at all. So the next morning, while they were out at work, I made my move. I closed the joint accounts they'd been draining for years. I froze the credit card they used for groceries, vacations, even those matching sweaters Anna loved to post online. By the time they swiped at the gas station that evening, reality hit them. The ATM mom they relied on had finally powered down. That night, I stood in the empty living room. For the first time in years, it was quiet. No footsteps rushing past me. No forced smiles. No feeling like a burden in my own home. Freedom doesn't always come with applause. Sometimes it comes with stillness. I took my suitcase, not packed with shame, but with clarity, and left. But I didn't go into the streets. I went to a friend's spare room, where laughter was offered without conditions, and where "you're welcome here" actually meant something. And as I lay in bed, I realized I may not have their roof anymore, but I still had a foundation stronger than concrete. Self-respect. If you've ever given everything to a family that pushed you out anyway, if you've ever been replaced, erased, or told you don't belong in the very home you built, then hear me clearly. You are not disposable. You are not invisible. You are not homeless, because dignity, once reclaimed, is the safest shelter of all. This is Zed Grandma Stories, where silence turns into strength and betrayal turns into power. Because when a grandma speaks, the world finally listens.